Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another super late model fixed series race here, week 2, season 1, 2022 at Richmond, and going out for qualifying. Just gonna try to see what I can do. Again, probably like most super late model races, gonna get my butt kicked, but try to make the most of it out if I can. Trying to do something to see if I can find a little bit of speed in qualifying, running a lower steering ratio than I typically would run. I'll try to make the most of it. You can see there that's already created a problem, so losing it. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got another super late model fixed series race here for you. We are at Richmond Raceway to start week 2 of season 1 2022. Going out for qualifying. Actually going to be starting my second lap, as the first one I spun in the middle of 1 and 2, so just decided to reset the car, reset the lap, try to give myself the best shot at turning one decent time in. Gonna have to back it off a little bit just to make sure I get through the lap. Was trying a lower steering ratio, and so far not working out that great for me. Just to see if I could find some pace in qualifying compared to race pace. So just gonna see what I could do here. This will be the lap that counts. At least got one in time-wise. It's pretty slow, and 8:36 is probably not going to be very good. I think even though it's 4th, it'll probably fall off. There's 12 cars in total in this session, and we are car number 9, so not expected to do very well. And gonna stay out here, just run as many laps as I can to try and learn a little bit more. See if I can find any bit of pace. Get close to the time that I ran in practice. I really feel like the time that I was running was not even really trying to hustle the car. It was just trying to get it around the track, make sure I got, lower in the entrances, not on the throttle too hard coming out of the corners. Really kept the wheel straight, try to keep it from drifting around. So trying to make sure I do my best to really let the car roll through the entrance to center of the corner to try to keep some momentum up, as well as reduce tire wear, especially on the right front. The more I can let the car roll, the more it should be balanced instead of pushing it through tight loose condition or anything like that. Just trying to learn as much as I can. Not sure if qualifying will get cut short with everybody out there, or if it will if I'll get the full minute and a half, minute 40 left, but just going to try to get the most of it as I can, treat it as a practice time. You can see I'm still not great at driving it since my lap times are varying so much, but just trying to do what I can. Not sure if I'll probably go back to the higher steering ratio for the race, just for a comfort standpoint, that it's, I get a little bit more wheel deflection out of it, without it responding. So I know a lot of guys love the lower steering ratio boxes and the short tracks, and just trying to, as I learn how to drive better across the board, not just in these cars, I can get there, but it's all an adjustment for me. For me, it's definitely baby steps, getting to the ultimate goal of being able to drive them better. Back to 6 so far. Seems like it's been my MO to start on the outside for quite a bit lately, so I don't know. About 3/10 off, which isn't horrific. Probably could be a little bit faster than that, although it wouldn't make a difference. So if I could finish 6th or 7th, I actually started 7th, so on the inside, not 6th. If I could finish 6th or 7th, I'll be fairly happy with that. Again, if I can avoid wrecks and get there. I think I'm going to bump it up to 14-1, just run that. Got the steering all set at +8 and brake bias all the way back at 46. So if I can try to avoid wrecks, I've got a feeling there's going to be, I think this could be similar to the B-Class Xfinity race I ran last season here. I think there could be a lot of self-spins off of turn 2 and turn 4, and if they collect anybody, then obviously, they can bring out the caution flag. So 40 laps here, hopefully won't be caution filled, and we can just go green. That'll, I think, probably, if you're overdriving it, could bring tire wear into play, but would love to see that. I mean, that possibly could sort me out further in the back based on pace. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that'll push hard that, you know, could get in front of me, but maybe I could reel them back in with tire saving. You know, if it does go green. If it doesn't go green, hopefully I can just avoid incidents and see if I can pick up a couple spots, get myself in the top 5. That would be definitely a good goal for this. I would be ecstatic with a top 3 or a top 4 out of this, but just getting in the top 5 I'd be pretty happy with. And honestly, even if I could just pick up a spot and finish in the top half, finish in 6th, I'd be really happy with that. I'd love to get 0x safety ratings taken quite a hit lately, so as iRating had tried to get tour modified races in both in the fixed and open series. To end the week at Iowa, they both had some massive problems, tanked both safety and iRating, so starting out week 2 a lot lower than I was in week 1 and having to rebuild quite a bit, but I'll get there. Won't be a big deal overall. Hopefully you know, be back there in no time with some clean races and some smart driving and decent pace on my part. And yeah, gonna try to do what I can. If things fall into play, gonna try to get a couple open series races here, short track stuff, both late model and SK this week. Which, if I can build decent setups for those for myself and be able to drive better, that could present an opportunity to finish a little further up and maybe gain some of that iRating back. You know, make some bigger gains in each race. But this one, I don't know how strong the top guys are in terms of iRating. Didn't look at that prior to the session opening. But, you know, if I could finish up ahead of where I am, that's got the possibility to provide some, you know, good gains too. Got to watch out for the 4 and the 11. They're both swerving fairly aggressively, so 3 behind is even doing it. Just, you know, I feel like sometimes when I see that, those are the guys that can be real aggressive and or, you know, make mistakes. Not that I'm not one of them, but just kind of gives me something to look out for. So just gonna do the best that I can. We're gonna come to green this time by. Again, hopefully I can get all 40 laps in. Hopefully we don't just instantly fall to the back. Give you something entertaining to watch. And fingers crossed that this goes better than New Smyrna did the last week. That was a really bad race that I would love to not see anything be as bad again. Leaders off, 6 and 2 almost make contact already. 11 stuck and down to the inside. Just going to follow the 6 into turn 1. Get into him already. Didn't think he was going to open up. There's caution. That was completely my fault. Didn't really mean to go that far inside and tried to hit the brakes a little bit sooner, but I think he kind of started the turn down as well. So don't think it really caused any damage. Should put me up to 6th. Feel bad about that. He's letting me know what he thinks about that, so I'm getting a 4x for no real reason out of that. Yeah, this is going to go that way. So this is kind of what happened in Tour Modified fixed. I didn't want to post the video because it was that bad. I had somebody that drove me a bit aggressively. That 1 out of the 3 times was my fault. The other 2 times was not my fault, and then they just intentionally wrecked me hardcore. So losing incident, getting incident points for no real reason. I get he's angry. I get I wrecked him, and I'll apologize after the race. It just, I don't know. That kind of payback's just not fun. I don't know. It's not something I would do personally, and I don't really understand why guys do that. I'll be on the lookout for him for sure. If he gets back up to me, probably just let him go, because I'm guessing that's not the only shot of payback I'm gonna get. Got to race real cautiously now. 8x, doubt I'll be able to recover from that in terms of gaining any safety rating. Best I can hope for is just trying to break even and do that. And honestly, with it being C-Class and 17x being your incident limit for Black Flag, obviously got to watch any form of car contact, because anything else is going to get me a 4x and real close to that. So we restart on the outside, just have to be real careful. 4 is just going absolutely nuts with the swerving up there. So just have to keep my eye out, try to give myself even bigger buffer than I would have. That means giving up a spot or 2. That's kind of what it is, because that Black Flag is going to cost me far more than that spot or 2. So just sucks that happened all the way again. I mean, I didn't mean to get into him, but it's super frustrating that he feels the need to pay back like that under caution. So I know if somebody writes me, I'd be angry and probably would be saying something. I'm sure I've done that in the videos, but I wouldn't be headed out to pay them back under caution either. So, is what it is. It's my little rant for that. At least you guys know where I stand on that stuff, and gonna get the one to go this time reset. Try to get as clean of a run as I can, and just hopefully put it behind me. Hopefully have the pace to stay in front of the 6 and try to do what I can. You know, maintain the position or work my way to the front. Like I said, I doubt it damaged the car all that much. It was such a light tap, so shouldn't really affect handling or shouldn't put me under power at all. Just gonna have to try to rack it up and do the best that I can. Feel bad that I caused a caution so early on, but you know, right now, aside from apologizing to him after the race and you know, putting it behind me, that's all I can do right now. So I get ready to go. We'll see if the leader tries to jump as early as he did. He was well within it, but you know, I kind of understand it. So he kind of slowed down a little bit, cut it down. 11's just, or the 4's just making some really aggressive moves to get down low going into the corner, which, understand it, you don't want to get freight trained, but super aggressive cuts. Super aggressive cuts. Had the 12 to the inside, able to clear him, so should be able to get to the bottom. Top 5 are kind of pulling away, but see what the pace is. Get a little loose, have to breathe the throttle, but able to pull a little bit of a gap away from the 3 and the 12 behind. The longer they run side by side, the better for me. At least able to get a lap under green, 2 close to the apron, gets loose. Kind of almost did the same thing, able to gain on the 2. Was almost looking inside, and the 2 started cutting down, so decided to back out on that. Pulling a big gap away from the 12 and the 3. The longer they were going to run side by side, the more that was going to help me out. Kind of getting single file up here on the front. 2 lost a little bit off the back of the 8, but I think that had to do more with getting loose in turn 2 the lap before. As he's starting to pick it back up, they're starting to pull away from me as well. If I could hang here in 6th, I'd be pretty pleased with that overall. Getting the wall a little bit, thankfully no incident points, just got to not run it out quite as wide. Looks like the 5 might be having some issues with blinking, or no, excuse me, I think that's the 12 actually that was having issues with blinking, so gonna have to keep an eye on that if 12 gets to me. Got on throttle a little too hard there, out of 4, kind of lost it down the front stretch, sets up a bad run, is gonna let the 12 tuck up big time to me, as well as the 2 to pull away from me. She's gonna have to reset, try to drive my best. 2 gets into the wall out of turn 2 on the back stretch. I think he might be pushing it a bit hard to try to get to the back of the 8. 0.2 at the line ahead of the 12, just have to watch that gap, see if I can extend it out at all. It's going to drive within my means. It's a lot like Spec Racer Forward Race. If I can drive within my means, I'll have pace to at least hold somewhere rather than losing a ton of time because I was trying to hit that 1 lap at 100%. Gap's holding about constant, so not sure if the 12's pushing hard, if I'm driving that slow. 5 dives it in on the inside of the 12 through 1 and 2. 12 might fall back, kind of get a little too much wheel into it. Coming out of turn 2, the longer they can run side by side, the more it'll help me. Looks like the 5 might have cleared the 12. 6 is also following his way up, so they get to me off to watch out. We've got some big battles going on between the 4, the 11, and the 8 up ahead for 2nd through 4th. 2's going to try to get into that group and join that battle. Have to watch out for there because they're side by side, almost 2 by 2. Yep, there's the turn. 4 gets into the 11. That's going to bring out a caution. That'll put me up in 5th right now. I think the 5 and 6 were definitely catching me. They probably have the pace, so it's possible I could fall back to 7th, but happy with that. I think the 12 was definitely slower and was holding everybody up off of the run before, so yeah, just
of course, yellow. Pits are open.
Happy to be up to 5th, happy to have seen that wreck coming. It was kind of something I think was brewing there for a lap or 2, so glad that the 11 didn't come flying back down the track as I just went low and tried to avoid as best as I could. Probably could have stayed on the brakes, but I think I had the 5 and the 6 getting in the back of me, and I thought I was safe enough to go down to the very bottom. I think the track's wide enough that would work, you know, as long as something crazy didn't happen. So Not sure if the 4 drove it in or if the 11 cut down. Have to watch the replay and view that one, see what happened there. But yeah, there was definitely some super aggressive racing between the 4, the 11, the 8, and the 2 all there. So looks like he's rolling. Don't think he went to pit, so it doesn't look like he probably had too much damage. Looks like he really backed it into the wall hard. Looked like it might have been more, just a slide with the tires than anything. So, yep.
Pits are open.
Got the 5 aggressively swerving back and forth. Gonna have to watch out for him as well. Is that something that's now heating the tires up with the new tire model? With 7 light supers? Just leave a comment. Let me know if that's something that I'm missing, because I feel like I've seen more people do that, but again, that could just be people being dumb and not understanding what actually works and what doesn't work. If I can somehow drive a little bit faster, keep a little more pace, I may be able to stay ahead of the 5 and the 6. Not sure. I don't think the 2's going to have enough damage for me to be able to stay in front, to get in front of him. I think that's only going to work if he happens to make some more mistakes like he did, either when he got loose in the middle of turn 2 coming off, and then when he got the wall off of turn 2 the other lap. I think I'm going to need more mistakes like that out of him to be able to get on by. But tired of him also just speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. That's super frustrating. But gonna have to watch out the restart too. I got the 6 directly behind me, so I'm sure he will take every opportunity to dive it inside of me, send me around, whatever it takes for him. So not sure if there's really anything I can do to avoid it other than just pulling over to the side and letting everybody go, and I don't really want to do that. So he's gonna have to take whatever comes and kind of accept it. Hopefully he'll think we're even now and just race hard and clean. Not expecting that, but hopeful for that. And hopefully it will not ruin the video for everybody. We get ready to go. Leaders off.
Green flag, we're racing.
Trying to get away. Got the 5 to the outside 2. Got a pretty good restart. 5 fell off. Kind of opened the door up a little bit for the 6. Trying not to cut down on him. If I lose a spot to him, that's fine. Stay high going into turn 3, let him go by. It's probably going to freight train me and be a bad decision overall, but I'd rather let him by and let him feel like he's clear than, feel like I was going to get caught. Yeah, the 5 got a really good restart on the outside. So, fell back to 5th like I thought. Got the 12 looking aggressive, just going to try to get a little bit of a better run off of turn 4, see if I can clear him. 4's falling back a little bit.
You've just done car low.
The 12 driving way to the inside.
Clear low.
I'm gonna clear him, but gonna watch him since he's looking so aggressive to the inside, although him running such a tight line off the corners is kind of killing his momentum down the straightaway and pinching it a bit. So the 11's actually able to move his way back up. 11's probably somebody that will get by me at some point because of having the pace to run up front before and probably not having much damage. So it's going to be more one of those. I'm going to have to try to offset that spot by getting by the 6 or the 4 if possible. 11 gets into the wall in the backstretch, that helped a little bit. 6 kind of gets loose there off the turn 4 that kills his momentum down the front stretch. Going to try to look to his inside, see if I can take advantage of that mistake. Trying to keep it off of him.
Hold your line.
Got the 11 almost looking 3 wide.
Car high.
We're running side by side with the 6 right now. Hopefully I can try to clear him going into turn 1, trying to give him some room on the outside. I don't know if that was me coming up or if that was him coming down on me. I might have drifted up a little bit. Fortunately, I get the incident points out of it, so there's another shot by him that was payback. Trying to hold on to it. Able to keep it going straight. Falling all the way back to 12th, it looks like. 11th. Got the 12 just going all over the place, so I'm guessing that was the 6 can interpret as my fault, regardless of if he actually came down. I think he also, I I don't know, we'll take a look at that one too. But that was, second shot was intentional. All the way that second shot was intentional. I can confidently say that. So he's definitely not one to have a short memory, which, I don't know. I get it, but whatever. It's what it is, unfortunately. We're probably going to finish 10th or 11th now. We've only got 15 more to go. Getting by the 12 with his blinking issues is going to be tough.
Last lap time was 22.08.
Have no intentions of paying the 6 back if I get up to him, although I'm probably not going to give him very much room. Because I'm not fully confident that he didn't come down in a little bit, so... just trying to push the car as hard as I can now to see if I can find any pace to get a couple spots, at least try to get back to my car number. Don't think I'm going to get back to 7th, but if I can pick up any couple of spots and minimize the damage from this race, because the safety rating is obviously going to take a big hit with 12X. Probably going to be demoted this race back to a B license. And continue to lose more iRating.
Okay, Jake, the next car is wise.
But it's what it is. Trying to work to the inside of the 7 off of turn 2, see if I can clear him down the back stretch.
P10.
Hold your line. Clear outside.
But to clear the 7, we'll see if he tries to cross over going back into turn 1. 12's just all over the place. I can't tell if that's because of the blinking or if he's actually getting into the wall. 6 and the 11 have pulled away quite a bit, so I don't think I'll be able to get by him. I think 12 and possibly the 3 are going to be the only 2 cars that I have left to try to get. 12 gets into the outside wall down the front stretch, don't come down.
22.04.
Just gotta do the best I can to try to work to his inside and clear him. I pull the same mistake, get loose off of turn 2, which kills my momentum, but with him being still on the outside, I might have a shot at getting by him. Allows the 3 to pull away, so 9th might be the last position that I can try to get. I try to do the best that I can to stake a claim to the inside line. The 7 looks like he's blinking a little bit behind as well. 12 just got put way ahead of where he actually was. Makes it really hard to run side by side with somebody who's blinking the back. He gets into the wall. Able to get by him, so that at least puts me into 9th with car number. Try to set my sights on the 3, although I got on the throttle a little too hard there. I have 8 to go this time by, so at least it wasn't as caution-filled as the race in New Smyrna, but just an unfortunate race with the 6, you know, having his issues with me, even if they were my fault. You know, I don't know, I bumped into people before and whatever, and they've never really sent me around like that. Big wreck there, trying to stop and avoid it. Looks like the 11 was in it, 2 was in it, 11 just turns around in front. Could give me a shot to pick up some more spots, possibly. 6 looks like he was involved in it. 5 just gets turned around under caution. Not sure what's going on there.
It's closed.
Could put me back in 5th or 6th? 6th right now. So, hey, when I thought I wouldn't have a shot at the top half and we were going to go green the rest of the way, we don't go green. Works out to my benefit for being so far behind, I guess. Not sure if the 11's going to be headed in the pit or where the 11's going. He's taking off in front of the 3. Looks like they're going to put the 11 in front of the 3 for the order, so they'll just flop those 2 spots. Oh no, the 6 disconnected. Oh man. I can't even apologize to him. Now I don't feel so bad. No, I'm just kidding. That was a lot of sarcasm. Have to, I still want to watch the replays though and see if those are my fault. Still at 12x at least. Can't have any contact at all. Want to watch the replays just for my own personal study, learn what I could have done differently or what happened there, but it was very clear twice we got intentionally wrecked. Once he gave us the shot under caution, and then the second time he got into the back of me and sent me around going into the 3, so that was very apparent. I don't think we need to watch the replay to come up to that conclusion. Whether or not they were justified is a different story. I mean, without watching the replay, I'll take the full ownership for the the one that was on the initial start of the race. I will take that.
Pace car
I
out.
just didn't
It's
slow down enough.
closed.
I should have backed up the braking point a little further, especially being on the inside of them like that. You know, that one, yes, 100% on me. Second one, I don't know if that was completely my fault or if that was kind of a shared thing. Have to go back and look at that one. But clearly loves to pay back instantly. So yeah, we'll have restart with 3 to go. Be lined up on the outside. Not sure how off the pace the 11 is going to be. Looks like he's got some left front damage as well, along with the right side sheet metal damage. You can see. Looks like the left front fender might have been missing or crunched in. So not sure if it got to any suspension alignment or anything. I'm going to stay way high. We'll be restarting behind the 3, which I think, had we cleared the 12 and 7 quickly and not had any problems, I might have actually had some pace to try to get to the 3. Looks like his car is pretty clean, so gotta watch out for the 2 coming up from behind as well. He's gonna be pushing pretty hard to get back as quickly as he can. I think I've got pace to outrun the 7. We were definitely outrunning the 10 before, and not sure about the 5 and the 2, so we'll have to see how aggressive they're gonna get with 3 to go. But it's gonna try to dig, see if I can try to get around the 11 if they're gonna be that slow. Kind of put a little bit of a barrier in between myself and the 2 and the 5. Not the best restart.
Green, let's go. Push.
Trying to pull away from the 5. Got a good run on the 3 on the inside. 7 really was on the inside, didn't really see him. 11 washes up big time. Got to watch out for the 4 coming down. 11's going to be the outside. Just going to try to do my best to see if I can find anything else. 11 gets into the 4, kind of sends him up the track, so I'm going to run to the inside, try to get by the 4 if I can. 4 just turns into me. I might have drifted up, but 4 just flat out turns into me.
Try the other way up.
This race is going to end under caution, but we're going to finish. Now I'm going to get really frustrated. I did not think I drifted up that much, but maybe I did. I'll go back and watch it, but I think the 4 came down off the wall. Man, I had a shot for a top 5, was going for 4th, possibly could have been going after a 3rd, and that kind of thing happens. Hopefully having the meatball, it won't put me behind the 4 so that I can finish 9th, but yeah. This is how my last few races have gone. It's just people driving aggressively and getting angry for no reason. Super frustrating. I definitely want to go back and watch that one. I'll watch that one first because it's the one I'm most upset over. Maybe I drifted up, I don't know, but I feel like the 4 came down off the wall. I mean, I'm just...
E9, that's the end of the race. Never mind.
Super frustrating. Super frustrating. Let's watch the last lap and see what happened there. Watch this from behind. I didn't honestly realize the 7 was that far to the inside. That was my fault for not seeing the relative. I got lucky to shoot that gap 3 wide through the corner, thinking I was faster than the 7. 4 almost came down, so let's watch this, because this might set the precedence for what kind of moves the 4 was doing. 4's all the way up, and then the 4 just cuts way down, and I was closing in faster, so the 4 ended up cutting right in front of me, and because of my limited view, I didn't see that coming down. So here's where the 11's going to send the 4 up the track, probably with some payback. I see that, I'm going to get the inside, try to follow through. Oh yeah, 100%. 100% not my fault at all. Like, you can leave your feedback, but here's going to be my thoughts. Let's watch this in relation to this seam up here. I am coming up some, but kind of holding a line, and the 4's just coming straight down off the wall. I mean, we can look at it from the 4's perspective. That looks like the 4 coming all the way off the wall. So rather than him trying to do, oh yeah, he's turning more left than I am, and I think he tries to straighten it out a little bit last minute, but he 100% gets into me. So I'm gonna blame that one completely on the 4, which sucks. Should have had a top 5 at least, if not a top 3 out of that, and I get destroyed in that one. Let's go take a look, see what happens off the initial start, so I can see how bad that one was with the 6. I was taking complete ownership of that one, but we'll see. Yeah, 100% on me. I mean, I just flat out didn't stop in time. I started getting in, and I think he slowed down a little bit sooner than I thought. And that 100%, that one, I mean, I admitted that in the race that one was on me. So, you know, I'm okay with taking the blame for that one. Let's see here. Okay, so it's gonna be this lap here with the 6. That's where it's gonna be. So I'm trying to work to the inside. He's going high. On the inside, holding my line down the backstretch. 11's looking low on me. Where is this contact gonna happen? I don't. Whew. Turned down in, but I don't know. I think he thought I was going to go further to the inside, so he was going to be good to turn down. And honestly, it looks like netcode, because you can see, I mean, there's a gap there, and then he gets sent up. So, I mean, look at it. Let's look at it from his perspective there. I got a feeling he almost kind of came down in a little bit more. I know he's probably expecting me to head more towards the bottom like most of them, and I kind of missed the corner a little bit, so he's thinking I'm going to take the same line, but I think he's actually coming down a little more than me, although it does look like netcode was involved in there. So, yeah, I think that's kind of a racing deal. Maybe we both had a little bit apart. I personally kind of gave a little more part in that. You can let me know what you think, but I don't. I'm not gonna eat much of the blame for that one. I'll eat a little bit of it in that I missed the corner and probably should have been a little lower into the corner, which would have allowed him the space there. But he also had to be careful to not just continue down into me as well, because again, if we look at it from my perspective, back it up a little bit. So in relation to the one line marker, you know, I'm still underneath it and not. Let's see, you know, taking an arc, and I don't really ever turn right. I just don't continue way down to the bottom. You know, like I was going to end up probably half a lane to a lane up off the bottom, but I was never headed right in any kind of thing or drifting that way. So I'm going to put that one more on the 6th than anything. Let's go take a look at the results, see how bad that is. As always, please feel free to leave your feedback on my analysis of both of those incidents. You know, all 3 of them really, what you think. Double split, 2 split, 2795 strength field. Could have been a decent spot for me to try to gain some high rating. Sucks. Yeah. Lost 17. High rating is what it is. Probably should have been somewhere in this 3rd to 5th range. 11 gets away with it. I end up having the most instant points outside of the 6 due to the 4 and his crap coming off the wall. Lost 0.29 safety rating, so below 1.0, probably going to be getting demoted. Thankfully, right now I'm not running any A series, but going to make sure that I work on getting that back up. Might be running some boring races to try to build that back up, and may or may not record those for you guys. We'll see. Just super frustrating. Not at all what I wanted to have happen. Sucks. Just is what it is, I guess. Not much you could do. About 2/10 off the pace, so picked up a little bit there. I might add a shot for a 3rd through a 5th place finish. Super frustrating. So feel free to leave your feedback on any of the incidents, race as a whole. How much of that you put the blame on me? Again, I think, you know, 8x of that for sure was payback from the 6. Wasn't really anything I could do. And I think another 8x out of that, or another 4x out of that, was the 4. So really probably should have come away with that with the 4x and maybe been a lot further up. So just is what it is, I guess. Super frustrating. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something out of that. Was running side by side at times with people and felt like compared to New Smyrna, drove it a little bit better overall in terms of having pace, you know, in relation to the field. So hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Try to get some better races, better finishes overall. Try to finally get rid of this bad luck that I've been experiencing with people getting angry at me and just taking me out. And hopefully on my end I can clean stuff up as well. So until next time, remember to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos, and hopefully all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.